I was never going to make this video at all. I even stated that I would quit this YouTube channel and move on to my other YouTube channel and just do all the new things. But, well, before I do quit YouTube for real this time, um, there is some things I want to talk about first. And I will make those videos eventually, just not now. I'm not saying I'm going to quit YouTube. I'm saying I'm going to quit YouTube for good before I release these five, and I quote on the quote, five videos out. These are legit kind of videos that I want to make, and these videos that I want to discuss. Mainly because I've been through some drama before. Yes, it was stupid, but I'm not going to talk about it here. Today, I'm talking about why I'd rather quit YouTube rather than stay on the platform. Number one, probably because of drama that has been going on recently in the film industry. I wanted to be a filmmaker. I thought YouTube would be the single platform to actually support filmmakers. Unfortunately, they don't. Let me explain. So, I think when it comes down to the whole, you know what YouTube is and you know how YouTube works, yeah, their community guidelines are bullshit and I hate them. And that's no exception. Most YouTubers that want to be filmmakers start on YouTube and they see that the community guidelines were set. They freaking said, no way. We're not following your community guidelines. And that's just kind of what it is. Now most videos you see are either copyrighted, age restricted, etc., etc. Or they're set made for kids, even though the video should not be set for made for kids because some sort of bot is saying, "Oh, we've seen this video before. Make it for kids instead." Why? This makes no sense. Like, I tried to have most videos on my channel to just have them not made for kids, and it worked. The bot didn't react. And when I did try and do one made for kids, it was only intros. It was only a soundtrack of that intro. Did it get me copyright? No. I mean, I put up fair use. It's not like I'm gonna do anything stupid or anything. That's the thing though. Why do this when you could just understand that fair use is important? YouTube does not understand how fair use works, and that's a problem to some people. Number three, Animat. Animat is one of the only YouTubers that supports woke and Disney. Not Sony, Disney. Now, I'm a Sony fan, obviously enough. I have a PlayStation 5, I own some of the Spider Man films, etc., etc. I'm a big fan of Sony. But I'm not going to go out of my way and say that Sony is superior in all forms. No, I have problems with Sony. Likewise, how they try to make, a cinematic universe, and they fail horribly. So, what's going on here? Animat is supporting Disney because it's woke, because he wants to see more woke Hollywood rather than creativity or quality. Quantity is not the superior momentum of quality because quality matters, not quantity. Well, let me explain. Every good YouTuber needs to have a good outsource and a line, and I quote unquote line to follow. MatPat, he managed to follow that line perfectly and retired instantly and kept that line going. Sure, it cost a lot of subscribers to unsubscribe to the four channels and probably make less, views and likes and all that kind of stuff. But that doesn't make, the video quality bad. Sure, there may be some bugs, but that doesn't always come at about for like, I don't know, a generation to come. Food theory, style theory, and also film and game theory matter to MatPat. But when he retired, you know that it's not going to be the same afterwards. We have new hosts, we have some new stuff, and that's just kind of what it is. MatPat wants to retire. However, when it comes to Animats, aka Electric Dragon 505, he doesn't want to retire. Matter of fact, he wants to keep this trend going forever. He wants to keep the woke Hollywood train going for generations to come. Now, I'm not saying I side with Nerderotic or the Critical Drinker of all things because they're grifters and they don't respect the source material in any way, shape, or form, but that's just kind of what it is. Hollywood has now become woke and does not want to do creativity or do original concepts or styles. That is why I've been a DC fan for generations to come, and I've been accepted to the fact that, you know what? DC Comics is trying to open up to new sources. So what if I just try and make my own source and give it to them? I get it. They're mostly just going to keep using the same source like Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman because, yes, they are popular. They don't want to use the Justice International or the Suicide Squad because those are non popular. Bitch, I beg to differ. But that's the thing, though. This is going up to my next point. Number 4, lack of inconsistency or the lack of thereof. Now, I'm not saying you don't need like consistency to travel a lot. Inconsistency can help you some parts along the way. Sure, it can lead to criticism, but at least you can learn from it and you can actually improve. For example, one of my videos got ratioed for 1,000 dislikes. Why? Because it was not approved as criticism wise. Because most people say that I couldn't take criticism or I can't like have, positive criticism, at least the lack thereof. But that's the thing though. When it comes to Angry Joe, the most successful YouTuber on the platform for doing his reviews, do you think that he's going to take criticism out of response? Obviously, but he hates Madden so badly because that kind of makes him the point that he's not taking criticism the right way. That leads to inconsistency the wrong way, the unethical way. Now, I believe that consistency can lead to many forms, but the one thing that most people just don't like is that you don't like this you don't like this type of media, then you're going to get ratio, you're going to get criticized from that media. Hell, I've seen like so many Yu-Gi-Oh fans say no, but the dub is better. The sub it doesn't make sense. And I'm like, no, because the sub has the uncensored stuff, while as for the dub, it's censored for a reason because of localization and also the FTC, or at least I think that's what they're called. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if they're called that. But honestly, we don't need to go out of our way and say that this is appropriate or this is comical. Likewise, we can honestly say that this is garbage. That's what it is. Angry Joe knows how to make garbage. Instead of being consistent on his criticism and trying to improve on that criticism. Yes, this is how he edits, but we all know that he went to film college at one point, and that kind of doesn't make sense for every single consistency or reason. Do you think he'll actually fix woke Hollywood? Tell me in the comments down below if he will. But let's get back to the final one. Number 5, drama. I wanted to stay away from drama for years now. And the 5, well, technically just 5, the 5 videos that I want to make on are consistently just downright intensifying and the way that these YouTubers do not care about their fans at all. Or rather, they lie to their fans in trying to get more clout and views. What do I mean by this? Well, let's try and make a puzzle here and see if this puzzle can work. Number 1, Misanthropony, also known as DS Station. I'm not saying he's innocent. Brother can't even take criticism, and he's an ableist. So that's kind of like what it is. So that's the first video I'm going to do, even though I already made a video about that. But again, that was a long time ago. This is the updated version. Number 2, Lyle Convoy, one of the worst YouTubers on the platform. And there's a reason why he's the worst YouTuber on the platform, is because he fucking lied to his fans. There have been so goddamn many RTC communities that have tried to try and warn us, to try and stop this type of community by spreading. The Fruitcake Club is the reason why I'm going to make that video eventually. Also, I'm mentioning Blue X Spirit Productions in these two videos, so just remember, not the third one, just the two that I'm talking about, Miss Anthopony and Leo Convoy. We're definitely getting on the importance for that one. But also for number three, Just a Robot. Now, Just a Robot has many controversies in the past. One, he's a commentator, obviously commentating on the worst people on the planet. Two, he protected a pedophile. I'm not supporting that shit. I just know it exists. So you're going to be out of your system and say, that's bullshit. You shouldn't make a video about that jar person. It's my channel. I do whatever the hell I want. So yeah, number four, I think it's pretty obvious that we all have done this before and it's become a meme. But I think we need to recap on this thing one more time before this channel is gone to freaking oblivion. Kristen Weston Chandler, or as better known as Chris Chan, or Christina Weston Chandler. I'm gonna call him Christian. But yeah, still though, this woman cannot be attached to any source of internet whatsoever. I've been dying to try and make a full-on fledged video about this bitch for centuries because she has no right to combine Pokemon with a Sega license of all things. And I don't think her comics are approved or whatnot. This is called copyright infringement, and she could be taken to court over that. Sure, she's been to court before, but this is the most important part I want to talk about. Yes, this is obviously going to fit to the True Love Heart 94 video, so I'm going to fit that one in number 4 as well, just because. And finally, number 5, The Grifters, better known as, well, Nerderotic and The Critical Drinker. No, I will not talk about Moeller or, the woke dog guy because those two are so fucking screwed by every single YouTuber I can think of. PewDiePie, Markiplier, fucking Jacksepticeye. These guys can make videos on these guys exposing them, and that could be a truth. That could literally lead to the truth of what it is. So yeah, the fifth and final video I will be making on the video will be not Molar, I'm sorry. Nerderotic and the Critical Drinker. Yes, the Birdman already made these videos before, but he didn't go into the farthest context that there is. Sure, he may have went pretty far ahead, but I can go a little bit more farther. Mainly because I found documents and also I found illegal activities from them on Twitter, also known as X. So yeah, overall, you already know where this is going. So let me just make my final conclusion before I freaking hop off the internet. Keemstar, if you're watching this, you need to make sure to keep all 5 of these guys in check. I need to make sure that you are the one, yes, you, Keemstar, are the one to try and keep these guys in check. If they break a rule, you gotta fix it. You gotta fix that rule. You gotta punish them for what they did. If they break the rule, if they break YouTube terms of service, you gotta be the one to stand up and stop these guys for good. If they ever get wrangled on Twitter or X or any platform whatsoever, you gotta deal with that too. They need to be banned from the internet entirely because these 5 videos are morally important than your goddamn Boogie 2988 cancer journey video.